hello. Hello, hello, hello. Stacey, hello my lovely. Hi Cassie, Sue, Donna, Jade, Melissa, Carly, Emma, Mia, Nicola, Kathy, Debbie, Jodie. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Now, I know it's the 1st of October. Come Tuesday, that will all change. So I did say before that it won't be changing for today. Mainly because it takes me a good few hours sometimes to do the change of displays. And Mim and Mindy especially, they take a couple of hours to get right, and I just can't commit that on a weekend because the kids will be forever coming in and wanting to help, and as much as I love them, they just can't reach and can't help. So it's easier to do while they're at school, which is why Mim and Mindy won't be here until Tuesday, but they'll be here come Tuesday, so not long. So which is why it's the last of the celestial theme today. However, the game is not available, just so then I could obviously get everything ready and set up for Tuesday. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Melissa and Neva. Hello. Sue, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. It's the 2nd of October in New Zealand. It is indeed. You are definitely in the future. And the mischief begins. Oh, doesn't it just, Sophie? Hello, hello, hello. Want to be surprised. Your jewelry. Oh, bless you. Thank you. Can't wait for the Christmas games. Oh, honestly, Christmas. I am so excited for Christmas. Obviously, I've had to start planning and everything. I know it's October 1st and Halloween. That's all planned for, so that's fine. So at the moment, I've been planning for the Christmas months. So yeah, very, very excited about that, as I always get every year. So for now, for today, we've got mystery oysters and egg pops. We do have 4 pearl oysters and 25 pearl oysters as well. If you have ordered, hopefully you can see where you are on the order list, which has been posted on the page. If not, if I think there's 2 people which I just haven't added on. In fact, I'll update the order list on the page now, just so. Actually, I'll pop it in the comments and on the page, just so then you can see whereabouts you are. And if you would like to order, there is still space available for today, and then I'll just do an updated order list as we go like normal. There we go. So that's the updated order list on the page, and there it is in the comments. Victoria, I think I briefly saw an email. Yeah, so I'll quickly say, obviously, working online there, and in any industry there is always competition, and apparently somebody's been messaging people from the live, sort of saying I have a similar business, come and see my business. Now obviously that's your own prerogative, you can obviously shop where you'd like, watch who you want to watch. I don't think it's very good manners to come and do that on somebody else's live. But again, you guys are your own person, so if you do get that message, it's up to you how you take that. If you're somebody if you're that somebody who's doing it and you're watching now, I kindly ask you to not, because again, it's not very kind. But again, you can't. There's literally nothing I can do to stop it. So it is a sign of yeah. But well, it is what it is. So yeah. It's, and like I say, for you guys, it's up to you where you go, who you shop, who you want to watch, because it's not just about buying jewellery, it's about who you support by watching, by commenting on the lives, by and this community is really, really really a fab community. But if you find that somewhere else as well, then that's brilliant. So it's good to have, yeah. So yeah, it's up to you guys. Just, there's nothing much I can say really on that, apart from I haven't done it and I wouldn't do it. So yeah. Apart from that, oh, so somebody was asking about the long cage pendant. That it did arrive to me. I opened it over the weekend. It's not on the website yet, but it will go on the website. It will be back in stock, along with a couple of other items back in stock the start of this week. There's a couple of new items as well, which we will get on as soon as I can. And what I will say is, because we're getting, especially to the Christmassy period, and because I hate with the passion people waiting on pearl colours. I prefer to obviously to get your orders to you as fast as I can. I can't get every colour, but I have bought in some pre-popped pearls. So they are my normal pearls, my normal supplier. It's just they're sort of pre-popped, just so I have pearls in my swaps. So for example, I've got where are we? We've got sea greens again. We've got the burgundy reds, like things like oil slicks, lilacs, Smurf blues. We've got, I can't really get in, but the sort of main colours we've got in stock again. So we've got the bright apple green, we've got the burgundy reds. So we do have these back in my swap pots now. Oh, and icy blues, let me show you. So yeah, it's just because I hate people waiting. So on some of the other colours we will still obviously have a waiting list, but I've tried to minimise that with sort of the main colours there. So if anyone was waiting on the sea greens, the reds, any of those colours, they are now in, and they have all now been drilled over the weekend. Yep, I do. I didn't get any blacks in, but I do have blacks available at the moment anyway. Okay, so again, if anybody asks for a colour, I will let you know if I can do it there and then, as always, but hopefully that might minimise some people's waiting for the future. I don't often do that because, yeah, I don't like to do that, just because obviously I have many pearls here anyway, but it just cuts down some of the waiting. So shall we get started for today? I think that's everything I was going to say. Yeah, so up first is Anne Townsend. Anne, are you here? Thank you, Cassie. They are on the website, I believe. I'm not sure if they're out of stock or not. I can't remember if they're still in, but they were on the website. And Anne, hello. You've requested an anklet extension to be invoiced for your previous order. I have got that on here already. If I just write it, just a note next to it, just to make sure. So that's perfect, my lovely. And Anne, hello. So you are somebody who has got one of the existing Sun and Moon games. So let's start with the Sun and Moon, and then we'll do all of your openings together at the end, if that's okay. Oh, let me bring, there we go, that forward. Okay, so all shuffled up there. Let's go down. I changed the camera angle slightly. I think we're slightly squiffed. Let's see if we can, I think that's straighter. If that's still wonky, let me know and I can change it. So, Sun and Moon game first, Anne. Good luck. Your number is Number 6. So this is definitely a 6 because it's a larger font and it's got the dotted line underneath. So I'm going to need your prediction. Would you like to predict higher or lower than a 6? Oh, bless you, Caroline. Well, thank you, my lovely. Andromeda, bless you. Well, I will do an updated order list shortly, okay? And your guess is lower than a 6. Oh gosh, okay, so you have got a 7 there, which means that it is higher. So you did get that incorrect. So it means that you get 1 pick from the bowl, and then whatever is inside that parcel will be your item of jewellery. So I hope you're going to be happy. So there's still lots and lots of choice in here. So I just mix it up. Now, as you can see, I can't see what's in here at all. And I tried to wrap them all roughly the same size as well, just so then I can't see. Oh, now you have got earrings here. Now these are some of the newer earrings. I think it's called the Spots and Dots earring on the website. So these are hook back earrings. Okay, so they hook back, as you can see there. They do come with 2 oyster openings, and you can choose to have your pearls on or off the jewellery. So if I zoom out, just let it focus. I'm going to zoom in on one of them. Now it's called the Spots and Dots because it's like a dream catcher earring here. So you do have the feathers at the bottom. These feathers do have a wave to them. So I don't know if you can see, but they do have like a little wave movement in them. Then you've got the spots with the plain border circle, and then the dots, which are the the square with the encrusted crystals in. Now with these ones, like I said, you can have pearls on or off the jewellery, and if you choose to have them on, you can either have them right at the top here, so they sit just at the top and then they can move around, or you can have it so they sit right in front of this middle feather. I personally recommend that you have it at the top here, just because then you get more movement. But like I said, you can choose to have them dangling from the bottom if you would prefer to. Or you don't need to have the pearls on there if you don't want to, and you just keep the pearls loose. I hope you're happy with those. You think on at the top, perfect. So yeah, I'd automatically pop them at the top, unless you said otherwise, but I wanted to give you that option. So I hope you're happy with those. So they come with 2 openings, and you have 2 openings as well. So 4 openings altogether, and my lovely. Would you like to have oysters or an egg pops? Or I can't speak already, it's going to be great. Oysters or egg pops. Or you can have a mix of each. If so, I'd need the quantities of how many you would like. Loyalty card. Oh, I've even got it written down here. I do apologise. You have got a loyalty card. I've booked it in. I've got it written down. So 5 openings altogether. Which 5 would you like, Anne? And Joanne, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Again, that's very, very kind of you. Not today, Chloe, but for Tuesday we will. Not today, Jaya, because I've just got the last couple of people who have booked in for the sun and moon on today, and then like I say, hopefully then for Tuesday we will be all set up ready for the different one. It should go on the website before the live on Tuesday. I don't know what day, hopefully tomorrow, but it just depends. Jackie, bless you, thank you for the stars there. Again, that's very, very kind of you. 3 pops, 2 oysters. And you'd like to donate the shells, bless you, thank you ever so much. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? So, let's bring this in so you can see. 1, 2, 3. Let's go straight down, and we're going to start with the egg pops here. Hoping for darker silvers. Okay, so egg pop number 1. And you've got 3 pearls in that one. Where's my pearl picker? Okay, so you have got a watermelon. Now the watermelon is slightly two-tonal there. You've got a autumn peach, and you've got a dark gunmetal grey, almost black. So watermelon, autumn peach, and a darker gunmetal grey. Moving on to egg pop number 2. And you've got 4 pearls in that one. So here you've got an autumn peach again. This is slightly brighter than the first autumn peach, and this one is two-tonal. You've got a blurple. So blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. You've then got a dark purple, so hopefully you can see that dark shade coming through there. And you've got a candy floss pink. So candy floss pink, two-tonal autumn peach, blurple, and a dark purple. Moving on to your last egg pop. Excuse me. And you've got 4 pearls in that one as well. So you've actually got another watermelon, which is two-tonal. Majority is lighter with that one, with a slight darker tone. We've got a lemon yellow, a candy floss pink, and a two-tonal chocolate with lighter and darker areas around the chocolate there. So quite a few different colour shades there to start with from your egg pops. I'm going to go straight into the oysters here. I'm just going to move these up slightly, so then we can definitely make room for the pearl or pearls from your oysters. There we go, that'll be enough room. Oh, I haven't got the bag for that. I'll get Aaron to... So, oyster number 1, Anne. Oh, very loud pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Straight away, I can see 3 pearls there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's no more in that one. So first oyster of the night, and your first oyster, Anne, and you are quadding. Excuse me, my voice. I'm going to have a sip of drink in a second. It should stop going in and out. But quadding with your mystery oyster. So we've got a rose gold, again slightly lighter there. You've then got a gold. So this is more of a pastel gold here. You've got a darker silver and a dark deep chocolate. Now I know that looks almost gunmetal grey, but he's definitely got that chocolate tone to him. If I hold it still, hopefully you can see that there. And do I have a pearl to match this purple here? I can definitely have a look for you. We'll open up your last oyster though, and then we can have a look through all your pearls again. So your last oyster, which again is your mystery oyster, you've got a light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. There's a little bit of a pearl blister in there, but we can see that there's no pearls on that side. And I can see a peeper at the bottom here. Let me squidge him out. There's no more in that one. You have got a, oh, it's like a sky blue colour. Now this is quite an unusual colour again. It doesn't come out very often, but, sorry, I'm just going to get it focused. Again, I've changed the camera angle slightly, so it might just take a moment for things to focus today until I get the angle to hold everything up correctly. Look at that sky blue. So it's a very, very light, almost like a creamy blue shade. And like this one doesn't come out very often. I won't have one to match that, I'm afraid. But it is stunning. Right, so Anne, let's go through all of these. You've got your watermelon, autumn peach, gunmetal grey, candy floss pink, brighter autumn peach, blurple and dark purple, two-tonal watermelon, yellow, candy floss pink and chocolate, the dark chocolate, another autumn peach, pastel gold, dark silver and a sky blue. What do you think to all of these? Now, if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, I can, of course, swap them for you. I'll start measuring them and then I can have a look for... In fact, while I'm measuring them, I'm just going to bring this over because this does have some of my dark pearls in that I can sort of look in possibly at the same time. The dark gunmetal is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The first autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The 4 light ones, please donate to the next 4 people. Oh, bless you. Do you mean these 4 going down in this row here? Hang on. So these 4 here. So autumn peach, yellow, autumn peach. Those 4 there. Is that correct? The dark purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Yes, bless you, Anne. That's extremely kind of you. I will definitely do that for you. So I'll donate those 1 each to the next people who are here on the order list. So I've taken them out just so then you can see what pearls are left. And again, that's very, very kind of you, my lovely. The first candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Your dark chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Candy floss pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the two-tonal watermelon is a runaway, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Darker silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Pastel gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The dark chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the sky blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Bab, would you just be able to move that section away? You should be able to just push the bottom box for me. And also, there was something else.
Yeah.
What did I say that I'd ask Aaron to come in for? Could you top that up? But there was something else that I was going to ask you to come in for. And yes, I can definitely have a look for the silver as well. I'm just looking in here for the dark purple to start with. Oh, the bag for the eggs. Thank you, guys. Yep. So oh, my brain. Do you know the big bag? Yes, that's one, Bub. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Thank you for the tea as well. Right, I've got quite a few of this dark shade, so even if I can't find the size now, look, I just keep pulling them out here. So I'm definitely going to be able to swap match it. So let me see if I can match it with any of these. If not, it may be that I'll have to match it off of the live, but I'm going to say I'm definitely going to be able to, because we've got lots of colours here. So possibly this one. Oh, that's just a touch smaller. And I reckon that this one's going to be just a touch too big. Would you be happy for me to match the purple off of the live? Like I say, I think I'm definitely going to be able to do it, because I just keep pulling that shade out. It's just a matter of going through, finding the correct size. It might take me a while though, as I do have... Oh, is that... Let me just look at that in the light. Oh, that's just a touch darker there. Okay, so the purple, I know that's not a match there, because that is slightly darker. But with the silver, are you happy with that match there? And do you have a preference with which colour goes on which set? I'm just going to bring you back up here. Oh, you love the dark purple as well? Hang on, don't miss the pot up, because it's right. I literally just popped it back. I think it was that one. Let me just see. I've just buried it, right. Okay, so it was those ones. So just to confirm, you're happy with the purple set and the silver set, and you don't mind which ones go on which earrings. And then you'd like to take away the two watermelon-y coral ones for the swaps. Is that all correct, my lovely? And I choose okie dokie. Would you like me to let you know now, or would you prefer it to be a surprise? And just to confirm, are you happy with all of the other colours as well? I'm not losing my voice, it's just because I've been talking a lot today and I just need to have a drink, that's all. My voice will be going in and out today because of that, I'm afraid. And the other colours are great. Brilliant, Anne. Well, I've got the note down, obviously, about the extension chain. And then I've got your colours here. And I'm glad you're happy with everything there. Thank you for the donation of the pearls for the next couple of people on the order list. I'm sure that they're going to be extremely happy with that, my lovely. And thank you for the donations of your shells as well. So Anne, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Which brings us to up next today is Jackie Elliott. Jackie, are you here? And Anne, that's perfect, brilliant. And Jackie, hello, hello, hello. Seeing gluten-free oat milk in Morrison's. It's by... Okay, thank you, Becca. I've still got the note down. We did actually buy some oat milk, but then, yeah, we did find out it had gluten in it. But I'll definitely keep looking for some without it. So, Jackie, my lovely, you have got 3 openings altogether. Would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or of course a mix of each? If it's a mix of each, I will need to know the quantities of each one you would like. Oysters, donate the shells. Perfect. So are there certain colours you're hoping for? Literally got 3 out there, so let me just get these open for you. 1, 2 and 3. So let's go down. Donating the shells, are there certain colours you're hoping for, my lovely? Oyster number 1. You've got a light pop there. Hoping for lighter colours. Okay. So first oyster does have a little bit of a pearl blister at the top, but we can definitely see that there's no pearls there. And we have got a chocolate bronze pearl straight away there. Now the dark section you can see, that is part of the oyster itself, that's the oyster tail, so that's not a pearl there, okay, and there's no more in that one. So your first pearl is a chocolate bronze. Let me hold him up so you can see. Moving on to oyster number 2. You've got quite a nice pop there. And in here, again, there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see that there's no pearls there. I can see, however, that you are twinning with lilac purple twins. There's no more in that one. Beautiful set of slightly darker lilac purples. I'm going to say they're not quite the dark lavender shade, but they are gorgeous. Very, very similar in tone, like colour shade and size actually. So I will measure them at the end. But beautiful lilac twins there. And then one more oyster to go. So moving on to your last one, my lovely. Again, quite a nice sharp pop with that one. There's your mother of pearl. And pop straight out is a apple green. There's no more in that one. Oh, and thank you, Emma. Thank you, my lovely. It always takes me a moment just to get back in the groove when we've got donated pearls. Now, this apple green has got a larger, darker spot on him. I'm just going to have a look to see. Okay, so he does have a few other little spots dotted around, and then he's got one larger spot. So he's a base pastel apple green with, there we go, like a large bright spot, and like I said, just a couple of other spots dotted around. And then if we get your donated pearl as well, still with the shake method, because I haven't, I was looking into some sort of like little machine or tombolery type thing so it can decide what pearl comes but for now we're just going to do the shake method. So you've got a chocolate bronze, twinning lilac purples, a apple green with a darker green spot, and then a lighter autumn peach. Jackie, what do you think to all of these? Again, if you're happy with these, they are yours. I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you for colours of your choice. Lilac purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lilac number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they are actually measuring different sizes. However, visually they don't look that different at all. The chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. What do you think to all of these, my lovely? If you're happy, I'll need to know which ones you would like where. That's the point. I could get Aaron to print me like a little lid and funnel for the Pel Pots I've got, which I could just shake and pour one out. That would work. Have the twins on the earrings, and can we swap the peach for a dark silver for the jewellery, and then donate the other pearls? Oh, bless you, of course we can. So let me have a look. So have a look at this silver for me. Would you be happy with that one there? So the lilacs on the earrings, the silver on the other item, and then your chocolate bronze and the apple green you'd like to donate to the next people on the order list. Is that all correct? Yes, brilliant. Well, Jackie, that's extremely kind of you with the donated pearls, my lovely. I've added them to the bag, so they'll just get mixed up and keep going to the next people here on the order list. So that's, again, very kind of you doing that one. So I'm just going to pop your pearls in here, and then I'll write down which ones you would like where. So we've got lilac on there, and then the silver on there. Perfect. Jackie, thank you for the donations with your shells there, and I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well, and that's safe up there for you. Yes, Jackie had the autumn peach as the donated pearl, and then she chose to swap that one out for the silver. Up next then today is Donna Topping. Donna, are you here? Jackie, you're very, very welcome, and I hope you're feeling better, Jackie, as well. Of course, Stacey, please check because sometimes, as you know, I may forget, so it's definitely worth checking. I will never mind you guys asking the question to make sure that I've done something. No, Kat. This will all be going down tomorrow. And Donna, hello, hello, hello. Let me mark off that you are here as well. Okay, so Donna, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4 openings and a 4 pearl oyster as well. So I'm going to grab the 4 pearl oyster for you. With the other 4 openings, would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or a mix of each? So 4 pearl, 4 pearl oyster. Oh, I wish, Sophie. I nearly got Aaron to get me, when he got me my Halloweeny bits down, I also almost asked him to get the Christmas bits down as well, but I resisted because I knew that I'd just be like diving in full-blown Christmas, and I can't do that yet. Not until November. Oysters, Donna. Perfect. I've already forgotten. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 and a 4 pearl oyster. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are there certain colours you're hoping for? And you've said donate the shells. Bless you. Thank you very much there. So I'm just going to get these open for you. We're going to start with your 4 pearl oyster. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so let's go down. So this one here is the 4 pearl oyster. Oh, if I can pick it up. 4 pearl oyster. Hoping for lilacs and candy floss pinks. Now, so I don't forget, we're actually going to start with the donated pearl here. Okay, just so then it's definitely done. I tried to do it at the start because it's definitely done. So you have got a autumn peach. Now this is the larger autumn peach. I think this is the 2-tonal one. Yes, he's slightly 2-tonal. It did indeed, Kathy, and I could sing every song from that film. I absolutely love that movie, but yeah, I don't think I could set both up in here. I don't have enough room on the camera section. Right, so your not mystery, this is your 4 pearl oyster. Double pop there. Ooh, and in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now you've just said you was hoping for a lilac and a candy floss pink. Straight away, I can see what I believe is a lilac pearl, a really bright 2-tonal lilac pearl actually. Let me have a squidge in here. There's no more in that one, so you are of course quadding. And he is a 2-tonal sort of violety lilac purple. It's because, let me show you. He's lighter, but then does get slightly brighter in areas. It almost looks like he's got a kind of pink tone in areas. Okay, so a 2-tonal one. You've then got a really bright chocolate bronze. You've got an autumn peach, which is very similar to your donated pearl there. And you've got a darker chocolate. So lilac, chocolate bronze, autumn peach and chocolate. Moving on to your mystery oysters. So mystery oyster number 1. Soft pop there. And in here, again, there's a little bit of flesh there, but we can definitely see there's no pearls. And I can see a TARDIS blue. Let's squidge him out. There's no more in that one. This time they are, Sue. Yes, I have questioned it. But yeah, it is this time. I wasn't pre-warned, but again, I'm not gonna, I'm not complaining necessarily. It's just, yeah, they are definitely different. So here is your TARDIS blue. Oh, blue. Quite a nice dark, deep TARDIS blue there as well, Donna. Moving on to your next oyster. Light, soft pop there. There's your mother of pearl. A little bit of flesh, but we can definitely see there's no pearls there. And if we have a squidge in here, oh, I can feel right down here having to dig. There we go. Just having a squidge as well. There's no more in that one. Again, that dark bit there is just part of the oyster itself. So you've got quite a nice larger, darker pearl here. Let's have a look at his colouring. He is a forest green. So a larger, darker forest green. Your next oyster. Ooh, sharp pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. We have a squidge in here for you. We've got a darker chocolate. And there's no more in that one. And then one more oyster to go, Donna. So moving on to your last oyster. Oh, really loud pop there. And in here, again, you can definitely see that there's no pearls on that side. And straight away, I can see a beautiful, bright burgundy red. Just having a squidge, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so if I go through all of your colours again for you, and then you can have a look and let me know what you think and what you would like to do, my lovely. So starting with the donated autumn peach on this side, you've then got a two-tonal lilac, violet, purple, a chocolate bronze, another autumn peach and a dark chocolate, TARDIS blue, forest green, a chocolate, and then a burgundy red. Now, if you're happy with these, Donna, they are yours. And again, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So you've said lilac for the pendant. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5. Is that for the set pendant, my lovely, or the cage pendant? The chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The darker chocolatey one is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Forest green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the TARDIS blue's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So we're going to have the lilac purple on the pendants. You've got the red on the cage. I did see about a swap as well. So let me just, swap a peach for a candy floss pink. Oh, that one's quite nice. Bright one. Okay, what do you think to that candy floss pink there? And we just need to know the colour for the last item. So autumn peach, chocolate bronze, then you've got the chocolate, TARDIS blue, forest green, the darker chocolate, and then that candy floss pink if you're happy with that. Jump rings on the blue and the green. Okay. Candy floss on the charm. Perfect. Okay, so that means you've got the lilac on the pendant, candy floss on the charm, the red on the in the cage, and then you're going to be invoiced for the blue and the green on jump rings. Can you just confirm, are you happy with these 4 pearls as your loose colours? Obviously, if not, you can swap them for different colours as well, so then you could use them in the cage. Donate the chocolates. Oh, bless you. Of course we can. So these 2 chocolates here you'd like to donate. That would leave you with the autumn peach and the chocolate bronze, unless you wanted to donate the chocolate bronze as well. But I've just done so those 2 to donate and those 2 as your loose pearls. Is that correct? You guys are being so very generous today. Again, honestly, it is such a warming feeling how you guys are sort of so kind to each other. And the chocolate bronze too. Wow. Okay, so then that just leaves the autumn peach. Just confirm, are you happy with that colour as your loose pearl? Yes? Okay, let me bring you back up then. Very happy, perfect. And I'll just pop the 3 chocolates in the donated bag. So then that will go 1 each to the next person as we go until they run out. And it's to the next person who's obviously here on the order list. Donna, I'm glad you're happy with that, my lovely. I'm just popping these on here. The invoice for the jump rings, that will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. Thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, Donna. And I hope you'll be happy with everything there once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. I'm trying to do it as we go, Liz, so I will get one posted as soon as I've caught up with typing everything down. Not a problem. Which means then up next today is Caroline Sylvester. Caroline, are you here? Caroline, hello, hello, hello. Caroline, my lovely, you have got 1, 4, 5 openings altogether. Now you have requested egg pops here. You can change your mind if you wanted to, obviously, or you can keep them as egg pops, it's up to you. But you've got 5 openings altogether. Would you like to have egg pops or oysters? Or of course a mix of each. If it is a mix, I'll need to know how much you'd like of each quantity. 3 egg pops, 2 oysters, donate the shells. Oh, okie dokie. So let's just open these and then we'll grab the egg pops for you. Now, are there certain colours that you're hoping for, my lovely? So 2 oysters. 1, 2, 3 egg pops. And then if we go down, we'll start with the donated pearl for you. Okay, so these are the donated pearls donated by the lovely ladies previously. Okay, so give them a good mix. Oh, I've just dropped one. Okay, so whatever falls out, and it is a chocolate. So your donated pearl is your chocolate pearl. It's one of the darker chocolates here. And I'm just going to pop him right to the side just so we've got the room for the egg pop pearls to come down. So egg pop number 1. Oh, and you're hoping for reds, dark bronzes and darker purples. Okay, good luck, my lovely. Egg pop number 1, and you have got 4 pearls in there. You've got a slightly two-tonal candy floss pink with lighter and darker areas. You've got a purple blurple. So this, that's just a piece of, kitchen towel there, sorry. And then I popped him off. So he is a purple blurple, so mixed between blue and purple, but he does have more of a purple tone to him. You've got a coral, and then you've got a dark purple. So you did say you was hoping for dark purples, just depends if you're happy with that shade there. So candy floss pink, purple blurple, coral and dark purple. Egg pop number 2. And you've got 2 pearls in this one. You've got a two-tonal watermelon. So this watermelon, it has got lighter and darker areas on the pearl there. And you've got a second darker purple. This one does look like, can you see there, he's got these darker lines to him as well, giving that two-tonal look. He's actually very, very similar in tone. Just slightly different, but they're very, very similar there with those two. If we move on to your last egg pop. And you've got 2 pearls in there. And you've got a two-tonal yellow. Again, the dark bits are just the sand where it just lands on the sand. So lighter and brighter lemon yellow there. And then again, another dark purple. Oh, dark purple, but he does have, okay, so he does have almost like a flat, I'm just going to move it so you guys can see, a flat area there. So he's round all the way everywhere else, but he does have an almost flatter section there. So that would be classed as an imperfection, just where the pearl has been grown by the oyster, and then it's got obviously that flatter section there. Now, if you're not happy with that, we can swap it for you. If I just present it so you can see, or if it's going on a set item of jewellery, I can actually drill into that flat section there if you're happy with the colour of the pearl, and then you wouldn't see it because that would be set at the bottom, if that makes sense. So I drill into it so you wouldn't see it at all. But if it's going in a cage pendant, it just depends on how it obviously moves around in the cage. So they are your pearls from the egg pops. If we move on to your oysters, and then we'll go through all of the colours again at the end for you there, Caroline. So it would be Kathy, but a lot of my jewellery doesn't actually have the flat. So if I set, for example, on a pendant, if I'm setting the pearl on a pendant, it will have a pin and a cup to pop the pearl in. Now that cup is not flat because the pearls obviously that I generally use are not flat. You can get pearls which obviously do have flat surfaces or flatter surfaces to them, but the ones which I get made have got a cup, so the pearl can get set, drilled into, and then sit in the cup. If it's flat, obviously it doesn't then have a good surface area for that pearl to attach onto the jewellery itself, whereas if it's cupped, it's got a larger surface area, so not only does it have the pin to sort of set onto, but it also has the cup to secure it. So yeah, a lot of my items do have the rounder area, if that makes sense. A little bit of a background information there. So oyster number 1. Now this one is just slightly open here. It just means it's slightly, call him a clapper just because you can make it clap slightly. It just means I don't need to pop it. So it's still prize shut, so I do need to take the flesh off there. Oh, and you've got a runaway, so lots happening. There's no pearls on that side. You've got a runaway there. I can also see you've got another pearl, so Caroline, you are twinning. And there's no more in that one. Anne, bless you. Thank you for the stars there. That's very, very kind of you. Oh, Georgina, note 4 pearl oysters are in stock. I don't know if they're in stock as an individual item on the website. If they're not showing, then I can edit that because they are definitely in stock at the moment. Now, Caroline, your twins are dark purple twins. They are different, so different sizes and slightly different shades as well. This larger one is especially mottled dark purple. Now, I know you said you're hoping for dark purple. You've got so many options with this purple shade now, because you've got this makes 5 dark purple pearls all together. I'm just going to move your chocolate bronze down there so we can see it all together. So twins from your first oyster, different shades and sizes with those twins though. And then moving on to your last oyster, again quite a nice deep pop there. There's no pearls in that one. And I can see, oh, straight away a runaway down the front. We've got a yellow. Now here's quite a nice brighter yellow there. And there's no more in that one. This yellow actually possibly, oh no, he is two-tonal. So he's definitely got sunshine yellow to him, but he does go round into a lighter lemon yellow as well. So this is brighter than your first yellow from the egg pop, if I just get this focused. It's definitely a purple night, especially for you, my lovely. So sunshine and lemon yellow there. What do you think to all of these, Caroline? Now, of course, if you're happy, that's perfect. I now need to know which ones you'd like where. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So Candy Floss Pink, Blurple, Coral and Dark Purple, Two-Tonal Watermelon, Dark Purple, Two-Tonal Yellow, Dark Purple, and then the donated chocolate. Twinning Dark Purples, different sizes and shades, and then a two-tonal brighter yellow. Okay, so I'm going to start measuring them through and then you can let me know what you would like to do. So dark purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The purple blurple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the two-tonal watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Dark purple number 3 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the lighter yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's not an 8, he's an 8.5, and your chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. The darker purple twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Lighter purple twin is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So they're actually measuring the same size there, even though they do look different, but that could be the colour of the pearls making them look different sizes, because obviously they're different tones. And the last one, which is the brighter yellow, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6, 7, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Could the darkest purple, smaller of the twins, go on the moon cap pendant? Of course. So that one there. So we're going to have the dark purple on there. Please, can we swap the flat purple? Was that one? No. That one? Okay. Swap the flat purple for a dark red and the coral for a sea green, of course. These pearls are cultured pearls straight from the source, so it's not necessarily, it's not a factory, it's straight from the source, if that makes sense. And a darker red. I suppose it depends on what your definition of a factory is. It's not like a factory, but I suppose it is still a business, if that, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've added in the green and red there. Just, of course, just check if that's the correct shades for you. And the blurple for a forest green. Yes, Taylor, it came in stock. It is here. I just need to pop it in stock. So that arrived on Friday. So it should be in stock this week, my lovely. It will be called the Hearts Content Cage pendant on the website. Yes, that's right. I would say farmed, not factory. But to be honest, it's extremely rare to find a non-cultured pearl in the wild nowadays, because they have been sort of harvested a lot over the past number of years. So pearls that you buy especially are and will be farmed pearls, and that's just what the industry is at the moment. Donate the paler pink and the paler yellow. So the pink and the yellow. So these two here. I'll leave them to the side. So those two there you'd like to donate. And these are your loose pearls there. So I just need to know what 3 you would like on your fittings, my lovely, as well, if you're happy with these colours. There's lots of plans across the world to sort of integrate the population of naturally wild pearls, if you like. But again, it just depends on then how many people go hunting for them. It is the main issue. Hoops on the purple, the red and the sea green. Do you know which purple you would like? So I'm just going to hold it up and give them a number. So we're going to go, if I just move that one down, we'll go 1, 2 and 3. So red and sea green, and which purple? Number 1, number 2 or number 3? Swap the other yellow for another red, of course. Number 2. Okay, so just to show you, we're going to donate those two. Extremely kind of you. These 6 here will be your loose pearls if you're happy with those, and then these 3 will be on your fittings. Is that all correct, Caroline? I'm just going to pop that down so I can write this down as well. So red, green and purple on there. Lovely. Perfect. Well, again, that's extremely kind of you with the donated pearls. They'll go 1 each to the next person who's here on the order list until they run out, until they have run out. Okay, so if I pop these all on here as well for you. Thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And of course I've got down that you'd like the purple on the pendant as well. I already took that purple away, so that one will be the correct one on there. So that's safe up there. And Caroline, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Oh, perfect. Well, I'm glad you're happy and you're very, very welcome. So I'm just updating the order list, the ones which I've got printed out, so I can let you guys see. I think I have had another one come in just a minute ago, so that one won't be on the updated list yet, but it will be added on for today. Oh, bless you, Rosemary. I hope she falls asleep soon for you, my lovely. Right, up next then today is Naomi Gale. Naomi, are you here? Naomi, hello, hello, hello. Naomi, you have got one opening altogether. Would you like to have an oyster or would you like to have a egg pop? Oyster, donate the shells. Perfect. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? And I've just popped the order list in the comments there. Okay, so let's, sorry, hair on my face. Let's go down. Again, we're going to start with the donated pearl for you. So you have got a two-tonal yellow as your gifted pearl. So this has been gifted forward from the lovely ladies previously. So lighter and brighter yellow as you go around the pearl there. If we move straight onto your oyster, mystery oyster here. We've got a double pop. And there's your mother of pearl. So you can definitely see that there's no pearls on that side. And in here, oh, we've got a darker pearl there. Now there's no more in there. That dark section there, again, it's just the oyster, part of the oyster. It's the oyster tail there. So this one here is a darker forest green. So hopefully you can see that green there. So you've got, Naomi, a two-tonal yellow and a forest green. What do you think to these two? If you're happy with these, they are yours. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you for colours of your choice. The forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the two-tonal yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Yep, I can pop the website in the comments. Can we swap the yellow for a sea green? Of course. What do you think to that one there? And are you happy with those two greens together? I personally love them together. Green is my favourite pearl colour, and favourite colour actually, outside of pearls. So I am very biased to a nice green. But what do you think, Naomi? Lovely. Perfect. So if I bring this up then, Naomi, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Thank you for the donations with your shells there. And that's safe up there for you. You're very, very welcome. Oh, also check we have a customised clip-on earrings, but don't know what the charms are of those. Hang on, let me read that again. Can you also check we have customised clip-on earrings, but don't know what charms are available? Customised clip-on earrings. Can I make a note of that, my lovely? And then I can, where's my post-its? Oh, and then I can get back to you tomorrow. I'll email the email address on that order form, and then I can let you know some options there if that's okay. Email options for clip-on customizable earrings. Okay, so if I stick that onto your order form, I'll get that sent across for you tomorrow if that's okay. Yeah, that's perfect. So if I email you tomorrow, and then when you email back, just double check that, make sure you include the order number that it's for, and then obviously I can book that in for you. Excuse me. Okay, up next then today is Elizabeth Kane. Liz, or Elizabeth, are you here? Liz, hello, hello, hello. And first order, exciting. Am I okay if I call you Liz? If not, please correct me and I can, of course, whatever you prefer. So you have got 2 openings and a 25 pearl oyster. So what we'll do is you'll do your 2 openings first and then the 25 pearl oyster afterwards, just because there won't be enough room in the sand to sort of pop all the pearls in there at the same time, if that's okay. So if we start with the 2 openings, would you like to have oysters or egg pops, or one of each? Two oysters. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, my lovely? So there's 1 and 2. Let's go down and we start with your donated pearl as well. So the gifted pearl forward for you. And you've got a autumn peach there. You'd like to keep them? Of course you can, my lovely. So here is your autumn peach. Oh, he does have, I didn't see that before. Let me just look. Okay, I apologise, I didn't see that before. He does have a little imperfection on the bottom there. So again, this is a naturally grown product. So these colours are dyed pearls, but they are naturally grown obviously by the oysters themselves. So some of them do have imperfections. If of course you're not happy with the imperfection, let me know at the end and I can swap them. I can either colour match it for you or swap it for a colour of your choice. Okay, but it's a gorgeous lighter. Oh, there's a spider! Oh, I don't like it. Lighter rose gold for you. Oh my gosh. No, no, no. Oh. Sorry. It literally just crawled out from the order form. Like, oh. Okay, I got it. It was only a baby one. And it was only a baby one, which meant I could get it, but I apologise for squealing then. It surprised me, it was right next to my arm. Oh, I don't like spiders, right, I'm sorry. Oh, that's the second one in here today. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Right, okay, sorry my lovely. Donated pearl in there, let's open up your oysters. Oh, I'm all cringy. Oh. Okay, so oyster number 1. You've got a light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now, I like to clean these up as we go. Okay, so if we have a squidge in here, oh, you've got a chocolate bronze popped out the bottom there. No, don't, Donna. I'm dreading. To be honest, I always hoover the ceiling on a Monday. So because the ceiling could be like a spider heaven with all the like bits and bobs that are up there. But yeah, I always hoover it on a Monday, so I'll hoover it before I move anything. Now, Liz, your first pearl out is a chocolate bronze. Hoping for lilac coloured pearls. Okay. Now the chocolate bronze is a slightly, not fully, like his round is almost like a pebble shape. Okay, so chocolate bronze there. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Oh, quite a nice deep pop there. And in here there is a little bit of a pearl blister down this side, as you can see. Now the top of this shell has just cracked there, so that section I won't send you, but I'll still send the rest of the shell there. So I do apologise that it did crack. Oh, and straight down the bottom there you've got a huge bright hot pink. There's no more in that one. Again, I just like to clean up the shells as we go. There we go. What do you think to these three to start with, Liz? So a hot pink, a chocolate bronze and an autumn peach. Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy and you'd like to swap them, we can do that for you now. Or if you'd like to take a screenshot and then, or we can open up your next oyster, and then if you wanted, I could add them in again at the end. So for the 25 pearl oyster, I will be taking them out of the sand. But yeah, if you'd like to see them at the end, I can obviously add them back in again. The bright pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Swap the peach for a sea green of course. So have a look at that one there and let me know if you're happy with that one. And then of course if you're happy with the other colours there, or if you'd like to swap any of those as well. Lovely, happy with those three? Perfect. So like I said, I will be removing them from the sand, but if you'd like me to add them back in again once we've seen all the pearls from the 25 pearl oyster, I can do so. It's just so we get the room for the other pearls in there. So I'm assuming that you'd like to keep the 25 pearl oyster shell as well, which is not a problem. So that's this bag here. So still hoping for those lilac kinds of shades. Keep them, perfect, Liz. So if we go back down again, 25 pearl oyster. Good luck, my lovely. Oh, ever so light, little lighter pop there. Let's see if I can. There we go, release that there. So in here, oh, lots of pearls we can see in and around the flesh there. Oh, run away. Okay, so there's no pearls on that side. I'll clean that up for you in just a moment. We do have 3 runaways there if I just move this down. And then in here we can still see lots of pearls on that side, some on this side here. So let's have a squidge, hoping for creams as well. Oh, I can feel in there, there's another one. There we go. just having a squidge. Right, I believe I've got them all, so let me just count these out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. Perfect. So if I just clean these shells up quickly for you, and then what we're going to do is we're going to dry the pearls up so then we can pop them in the sand. When I pop them in the sand, I do the darkest at the top and then lightest at the bottom, just so then, because if the dark ones are next to the dark pearls, you actually get to see the sort of differences in the colours, whereas if the darks were far away from each other, you wouldn't be able to sort of see the differences as clearly in them. Just on the camera, obviously once they're in front of you, you would be able to see that. Also, I normally measure the largest and the smallest pearls. However, if you'd like me to measure all of them, that's absolutely fine, but just let me know now, just because I'll measure them as we go through each of the colours for you. Okay, so let me just dry these up. Largest and smallest is fine, Liz. That's perfect. Okay, so let's go through these colours for you. So like I said, starting with the darker ones towards the top here. Your first one is a darker gunmetal grey. Now he's almost a black, but you can definitely see that he's more of a dark gunmetal grey. Next to him is going to be a darker chocolate. Now he's slightly two-tonal, but overall that gorgeous chocolate shade. We then have a silver. Now this silver is again slightly two-tonal with a chocolate splash there, but overall is a base silver. You've got another silver, and then a darker silver again. So 3 silvers in a row there. Moving on to a dark purple. And then you've got a second dark purple. This one's more of a grape silver purple. And then we've got a burgundy red. And you've actually got a second burgundy red here as well. So 2 burgundy reds, very, very similar in colours. You can see that one is just ever so slightly brighter than the other. Moving through to a Cadbury purple. And then we've got a two-tonal lilac purple. So most of him is a lighter lilac, but you do have this sort of darker splash of the darker purple there. Then we have got this one. Now this is a base hot pink with a purple splash. So base hot pink with the purple splash there. So two-tonal pink and purple. And then this one is just a normal pink. So 1 pink and purple. Let's see if I can move that slightly. It's quite hard to position them how you want. There we go, 1 pink and purple, 1 pink. And then if we move through to your corals, this is the brightest of the corals. Thank you, Bab. And then ever so slightly lighter is this one here. You then have got a slightly two-tonal coral. So this one's slightly more orangey in tone, and he does have that lighter area to him. And then ever so slightly lighter again is your last coral. Now he does look like he's got a darker section towards the bottom there, but definitely base. coral. Sorry, I'm just going to refocus. That one does look like he's got a slight imperfection on him, yes. Moving through to the yellows, you've got a two-tonal lemon yellow, and then a slightly lighter yellow again. So again, lemon yellow, but ever so slightly just lighter than the first. And then you've got a cream pearl there. You've got a two-tonal apple green, so lighter and brighter apple green shades. A bright, bold, icy blue. And then a slightly two-tonal blue. Now this one's got lighter and darker blues. Also this almost silvery mottled look to him. If you can see that there. So light and dark blue and mottled flashes. We've then got a two-tonal blurple blue. So again, mixed between blue and purple. Goes quite light into that lighter shade, but overall is that darker area. And then ending on a TARDIS blue. Liz, what do you think to all of these, my lovely? Now, I wouldn't want to rush you, so if you know which ones you'd like wear now, that's perfect, you can let me know. If not, that's absolutely fine. You can take a screenshot and then you can email me of which colours you'd like wear. Okay, so it's completely up to you. Actually, if I hold that up quickly so you can do a screenshot now if you wanted to, and then I'll measure the largest and smallest. So if I go through them, visually smallest, possibly one of the corals actually. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. And the coral next to him is not a 5, not a 5.5. Okay, so he's a 6 there. And I would say that that one is the smallest. Your largest, we're going to measure the blurply blue. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So your smallest is a 6, your largest is a 7. Just wrapping up the shells for you, Liz, and then you can let me know what you think and what you would like to do. Oh, 3 silvers, swap 1 for purple, 1 for icy blue, and 1 for a bronze. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. One icy blue, one purple, and then chocolatey bronze. I'm gonna have a look in this one here, and a chocolate bronze. So would you be happy with those 3 there? So the 3 I've added on the top row, would you be happy with those shades there? You'd like the reds for the thread earrings, that's perfect. And we do still have the 3 pearls from before as well. I can add them in the sand if you wanted me to. So red on the thread earrings. What do you think to the others? Can I measure the mottled blue? I did measure, or do you mean the icy blue mottled one? Not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Email the jump rings decisions. Okay, so if I add these 3 in just along the side, then you can take a screenshot of all the pearls together for the fittings. There we go. So I've taken the reds out obviously already for the earrings. And when you email me with which colours you'd like where, if you could include the 5-digit order number, and then that way I can get that all booked in for you. Did you grab the screenshot actually before I start moving those? Did you grab those? Yes? Perfect. And you're very, very welcome, Liz. So yeah, whenever you're ready, just send that email over with what colours you'd like on the fittings, and then I can get that all booked in for you. Okie dokie, so let me just pop this on here. I've wrapped up your shells as well, so if I just pop your name on there, so that will get sent along with your order here. Perfect. So Liz, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. Okay, and up next then today is Andromeda Robertson. Is it? Who is she? I hope I pronounced that correctly, Andromeda. Andromeda, are you here? Oh, bless you, Liz. Everyone is very, very helpful on here. Extremely helpful. And Andromeda, hello, hello, hello. Let me mark off that you are here as well. So you have got a 4 pearl oyster and another opening. So I'll grab the 4 pearl oyster for you. With your other opening, would you like to have an egg pop or an oyster opening? Close enough. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not you. It's just I'm terrible with the pronunciation of anything, mainly names. So I do get a lot of names wrong. So I do apologise. Egg pop, and you'd like to keep your shells. Okay. So, let's go down. We're going to start with your donated pearl here. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for, my lovely? Oh, you've got the apple green, and this is the apple green with the larger, brighter spot. He does have a couple of other spots to him, but overall he's got that just larger spot there. So that is your donated pearl. So that's the gifted one forward. With your egg pop, hoping for greens and reds. Okay, in your egg pop you have got 2 pearls. So your first one is a silver, and then a TARDIS blue. So you've got an apple green, a silver, and a TARDIS blue to start with. If we move on to your oyster openings, this one is a 4 pearl oyster. Oh, quite nice lighter pop there. Oh, in here, there's your mother of pearl. Again, I'll clean that up for you in just a moment. Now, there's 1 runaway. Oh, 2, 3, 4. There's no more in that one. So I know you said you're hoping for greens and reds. So if you're not happy with any of these colours, we can of course swap them for you, or if you are happy, then that's perfect. So, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have got a sunset pearl. So the sunset pearl is a base yellow, but look at this gorgeous pink orange area to him. So he's a brighter yellow, and then he's got these orangey pink sections of colour to him. So I call them a sunset pearl because they do look like a sunset. You then do have a brighter hot pink, a forest green, and a dark purple. What do you think to all of these, my lovely? So two-tonal green with the dark splodge. You've got the silver and the TARDIS blue. Yellow with the pink sunset pearl, a bright pink, a forest green, and a dark purple. Now, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. They are yours. If you're not happy, I can swap them for colours of your choice. TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. The green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. The purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Forest green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Bright pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the sunset pearl is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Can we swap the sunset pearl for a sea green and the pink for a black cherry? Of course you can. So sea green and a black cherry. So obviously I have gone for the darker because it's a black cherry. If you prefer a brighter burgundy red, that's not a problem, just let me know. What do you think to those swaps there? Oh no, the pinned post is not spelt correctly. Oops. Thank you for letting me know. I'll change it in a moment. Happy with that? Perfect. Andromeda, sorry. Let me wrap up your shells here. And I hope you're happy with that. So let me pop that on there and there. And then pop all of your pearls in here as well. So your shells will arrive with your order, my lovely, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Okay, and up next then today is Kathy Rax. Kathy, are you here? Kathy, hello. Let me mark off that you are here. So you have got two openings all together, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, two openings all together. So you'd like to have oysters. Perfect. See what comes out and donate the shells. Brilliant. So let's open these up for you. 1 and 2. We're going to start with your donated pearl. So if we go down, and you've got a Candy Floss Pink as your gifted pearl. So this is your donated gifted pearl, my lovely. So slightly two-tonal Candy Floss Pink. He goes lighter and darker here. So oyster number 1, Kathy. Light pop there. Now in here, little bit of a pearl blister there. You can see sort of where the shell has actually bowed out here as well. And straight away I can see a darker purple pearl there. So I'm just having a squidge just to see if there's any more. Okay, there's no more in that one. So you've got a darker purple pearl. And then moving on to your last oyster, my lovely. Oh, again, quite a nice deep pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And this shell did just break away slightly, so I'm just going to move that out the way. And it's just going to take that out as well, because it's part of the shell. I don't want to poke my finger on that. And Kathy, you are twinning with darker pearls there. Now let me just have a closer look at this colour. Twinning, oh, a bit of shell there. Twinning with forest green pearls. So you've got a two-tonal Candy Floss Pink, a dark purple, and twinning forest greens. Kathy, what do you think to these? If you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you, and I'll need to know what 2 you would like on your jewellery. Forest green number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Forest green number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. Forest greens on the jewellery, of course you can. And with the other 2 pearls there, are you happy with those colours? Happy with those, Kathy? Brilliant, my lovely. Let me pop these in here for you. Okay. Thank you for the donations with your shells, Kathy. That's safe up there. And again, I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Unicorn colours are perfect. Brilliant. Okay, up next then today is Donna Kirk. Donna, are you here? That's not for me. Donna, hello, hello, hello. Donna, my love, it's not cold tea. No, it's it's a hot chocolate, but it's a hot chocolate powder that I'm allowed with all the things that I have to cut out, including milk and stuff. And then it's got my fake. I call it fake milk, but it's not. It's got the no milk in it. And I tried it for the first time then, and that's not for me, I'm afraid. I'm missing I've said it before, I'm missing a drink which isn't just the flavoured water. So I love my mint tea. I've got a peach and honey tea that I like, and like a strawberry tea as well now. So that's all just like a tea bag and water, nothing else in there. But I'm missing having a hot drink with milk in it, basically. I'll get used to it. Oh, fix my pins post. Okay. So, Donna, you are here, my lovely. Hello, hello, hello. You have got one opening altogether. Would you like to have an oyster or would you like to have an egg pop? I'm honestly spending a fortune with all these things that I'm trying to work out that actually I don't like it. But I'm hoping that eventually when I find the stuff I like, it'll be happy and I can settle. But I'm so far, don't tell my family, but all the tea bags that I've bought that I don't like, they all come with individually packaged tea bags inside. So for Christmas, I'm making a nice little like gift box of all the different tea bags in and giving them to everybody. And I personally don't like those, but other people may find out that they do like things and they don't have to buy them. So I've already planned that, because honestly, I'm spending such a fortune to then not like it. But I don't waste anything, it will be used. Donna, you'd like to have an egg pop. Okay. So let's go down. So we're going to start with your donated pearl. Oh, and you've got a yellow. So this is a slightly two-tonal yellow, but overall is a lighter shade. Oh, a splash of brighter colour there. Okay, so that is your gifted donated pearl, my lovely. Then if we move straight on to your egg pop, is there certain colours that you are hoping for, Donna? And you've got two pearls in there. So you've got a, it's a bright autumn peach, but he is mottled. So you do see that sort of lighter mottled area to him. And then you've got this gorgeous dark deep purple and silver. So you can see sections of him are more silver and then sections are more purple. So you're hoping for a black and a white. So we've got a two-tonal yellow, a mottled dark deep autumn peach, and a two-tonal silver and purple. What do you think to these? So if you would like to swap them for different colours, that's fine, just let me know. If not, which one would you like on the jewellery? So the purple and silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8, sorry. Thank you for looking, Kat. It's okay, I'm sure I'll find stuff. It just takes time looking around, doesn't it? And going to different shops. It is mottled, yes. Swap the lemon for a black and the purple for a white, of course. And do you know which one you'd like on your jewellery? So a black and a white. Black on the jewellery, perfect. Can you just confirm, are you happy with all of those there? Yeah, happy with those. Brilliant. So we're going to have black on the jewellery. Oh, it's just run out of paper. So let me write this down for you. Black on there. Wants to, have I missed something? Gift the peach. Oh, I do apologise, I missed that. So you'd like to have the black on the jewellery, keep the white, and you'd like to gift the peach forward into the donated bag. Is that correct? Sorry, I completely just didn't read that bit correctly. Gift the peach. Donna, that's extremely kind of you. Thank you. So I've added that into the donated gifted bag. Donna, then, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. I'm just popping some more paper in my printer because it's just decided that it's going to run out. Again, it never runs out in the day. There we go. You're very, very welcome. Yep, I'll do an updated list as soon as it's finished printing and I type it out, so probably after the next person on the order list. Up next is Nicola Tyler. Nicola, are you here? Nikki, hello, hello, hello. Nikki, you have got 2 openings altogether. What 2 openings would you like? We've got oysters or egg pops, or of course you can have one of each. What would you like to do? One of each, okie dokie. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours you're hoping for? Let's go down. So again, we'll start with your gifted pearl and then your egg pop. You've got a chocolate bronze. So here is your chocolate bronze. Quite a nice, beautiful, brighter chocolate bronze there. So starting with your egg pop. And in here you have got 2 pearls. You've got a dark chocolate and a brighter pink. So from all together at the start, you've got a chocolate bronze, dark chocolate, and a brighter pink. Moving on to your oyster. Light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. You can see that there's no pearls on that side. And oh, running down the front there, you have got another chocolate pearl. And there's no more in that one. Sorry. Sometimes you pull a wipe out and like 15 all come out at once. Good night, Donna. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, so have a look at these, Nikki. So you've got a chocolate bronze, a dark chocolate, a bright pink, and then another chocolate, a lighter chocolate. If you're happy with these, I'll need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. If, of course, you're not happy, I can swap them for you. Jill, bless you. Thank you for the donation with the stars there. That's extremely kind of you. So if I run them through the board, Nikki, the pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Dark chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And then the chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. What do you think to these, my lovely? What would you like to do? Can we swap the bronzes for a purple blurple for the charm? Do I have an 8.5 bright peach like the one in the donated bag? I can definitely have a look for you. It's not an 8.5, but that's the brightest peach that I've got here. So swap the chocolate bronze for a purple blurple. Okay, what do you think to the purple blurple and that peach, and if you're happy with that peach, which colour would you like to swap out for it, if that makes sense? So you don't want the autumn peach, but you'd like to swap the pink for a larger icy blue. Now all the icy blues that I've got obviously in are all very much similar sizes, which is just because, I mean, we do have different sizes, but they're very, very similar. So that one's probably the larger one that I've got, unless you'd like to go for a lighter icy blue, in which case I could go larger. You did, yes. Oh, so you want to swap the other bronze as well? Not a problem. What is that for the... Right, sorry, I've got myself confused. So what I did was I swapped this bronze for the purple blurple, the pink for the blue. So did you want to swap the other bronze for the autumn peach? Bronze for the other one for the peach. Okie dokie. Okay, so I've swapped out those three, added in those three, and then you're left with that dark one, which was your original one as well. Is that all correct there? So you've got blurple, dark chocolate, icy blue, and autumn peach there. So you've already said that you'd like to have the purple blurple on the jewellery, which is perfect. And you'd like to swap the chocolate for a light pink, and then the light pink to go on a lobster fitting. Okay, so let me just go through everything again, just to confirm that we've got everything correct. Okay, so these are your four pearls: purple blurple, light pink, icy blue, and an autumn peach. You'd like the purple blurple on the charm, and then the pink on a lobster fitting. Is that all correct, my lovely? Let me bring you back up. So I've just wrote that down, but just confirm if that's all correct, if that's okay. And oh, bless you. Well, from me, you're very, very welcome. The invoice for the lobster fitting, that will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form, my lovely. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Just doing the updated order list so you can see. Nikki, you're very, very welcome. Okay, up next then today is Michelle Bayliss Harold. Michelle, are you here? So if I'll pop the updated order list in the comments as well. There we go. Michelle, hello my lovely. Michelle, you've got a 4 pearl oyster and you've got 2 other openings as well. So if I grab the 4 pearl oyster for you, with your other 2 openings, would you like to have oysters or egg pops? Or one of each? So that's the 4 pearl oyster. Oysters, donate the shells. Perfect. So are there certain colours that you're hoping for, Michelle? So 1 and 2. Let's go down. So we're going to start again with your donated pearl here. And you've got that gorgeous, bright, mottled autumn peach. Okay, so that's your gifted donated pearl there. So we're going to start with your 4 pearl oyster. You're hoping for light pinks, Cadbury purples or greens. Good luck, my lovely. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. You can see there's no pearls on that side. Now, straight away here, look at those. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are indeed quadding. There's no more in that one. So you've got 4 pearls, obviously, from your quadding oyster. Now we've got a lilac purple. Quite a nice light pastel-y lilac pearl there. You've got a 2-tonal burgundy red. So he's dark, look at him. He's a base bright burgundy red with these gorgeous black cherry spots to him. Almost reminds me of like a ladybug markings were to him there. You then have got a bright watermelon. And a darker forest green. Sorry, the pearls ran to the other side, so each time I went to pick it up, they've lost focus. Right, let's get this focus for you. So, lilac purple, a spotted red, watermelon and a forest green from your quadding oyster. Moving on to mystery oyster number 1. Light pop there. And in here, there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can definitely see there's no pearls there. Straight away, I can see that you're twinning. with dark purple twins. There's no more in that one. So twinning with dark purple twins. Let me pop them straight in the sand. Visually, they do look like they're going to be the same shade and size, but again, we do get fooled sometimes, but visually they do look very, very similar there. And then moving on to your last oyster, so again, mystery oyster. You've got a light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Oh, straight away popped out down the bottom. And there's no more in that one. So I'm just going to hold this one up so we can see this shade as well. And here's a darker gunmetal grey. Okay, you've got some gorgeous colours here. I'm just going to get it focused. There we go. Nope. Okay, so here is your gunmetal grey. So you've got a mottled autumn peach, a lilac purple, a bright red with darker black cherry spots, bright watermelon and forest green, twinning dark purples, and then a dark gunmetal grey. Michelle, I'll need to know which two you would like on the jewellery. If you're happy with these. If you're not, we can of course swap them for you. The forest green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. You'd like to have the purples on the earrings, that's perfect, not a problem. Are you happy with the rest of your colours there? The watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Spotted red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Lilac purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8 as well, so they are measuring the same size. And then your darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. You'd like to donate the autumn peach and keep the rest. Again, that's extremely kind of you there, Michelle, my lovely. I'm sure the person who receives that will be very, very happy. So we're going to have purples on the jewellery and you're happy with the other loose pearls. Let me just bring you back up here. Perfect. Okay, so Michelle, thank you for the donations with your shells. That's safe up there for you, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. Okay, up next then today is Georgina Evans. Georgina, are you here? Sorry, I'm just drinking my bottle of water. Oi, oi. Hello, Georgina, my lovely. Let me mark you off as here. So you have got a 4 pearl oyster and 2 additional openings as well. So I'll get your 4 pearl oyster and your additional 2 openings. Would you like an oyster, an egg pop, or one of each? Oysters, donate the shells. Creams. You've said greens. Oh God, what's going on? Green or creams? Sorry, both times then. I muddled it up. Greens or creams? That's really hard to say. I don't know why. I'm struggling. Right, let's go down. Let's start with your donated pearl here. It is getting to that time of night already. It's been a long weekend. So your pearl colour here is a dark chocolate. Oh, I love that. So this chocolate is two-tonal, and I love a formal green evening dress. Okay, so you're looking for sort of pearls that are going to match that kind of dress, the green dress that you've got. So fingers crossed we can help you out here and you're going to get something you're happy with. So if we start with your 4 pearl oyster, light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl, no pearls on that side. And straight away, we're starting off with 2 different types of greens. I can see an apple green here and a forest green. So that's already 2 different shades of green. Let me just have a squidge. And there's no more in there. Again, that dark section is just part of the oyster. So quite large pearls here. I'm just going to dry them up. And of course you are quadding. So the forest green. Apple green is two-tonal. So lighter and brighter areas. You've got a two-tonal autumn peach as well. Again, lighter and brighter areas there. And a two-tonal blurple. Now this blurple has definitely got some imperfections. If I move him slowly, you can sort of see lots of little spots of imperfections as you go around. He's gorgeous colouring with the lighter and dark shades, but again, if you're not happy with imperfections, we can swap him for you at the end. I'm just moving it around so you can see both shades there. So forest green, apple green, autumn peach, and a blurple. Moving on to oyster number 1. Light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now we do have a pearl that's just popped out at the bottom there, so that's a darker colour. And again, 1, 2, 3. There's no more in that one. You have got triples. Triples with your first normal oyster. So you've got actually another forest green there. You've actually got another light apple green. So this is more of a pastel apple green. So again, 2 shades of green. And then you've got this really dark, deep watermelon pearl. Moving on to your last oyster. Again, quite a louder, deep pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So in here, you've got a darker gunmetal grey. Georgina, what do you think to all of these? You've got a two-tonal chocolate, forest green, two-tonal apple green, two-tonal autumn peach, and a two-tonal blurple. Another forest green, a pastel apple green, and a dark watermelon, and then a darker gunmetal grey. So as you know, I'll need to know which 2 pearls you'd like on your jewellery. And if you're not happy, we can swap them for you. The blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Autumn Peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Apple Green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And the Forest Green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. The Chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. And the Watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Pastel Apple Green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Here's a 6.5. The Forest Green number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And the darker Gunmetal Grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. Here's a 7.5. Can we swap the Autumn Peach and the brown for Forest Peach? For Forest Greens. Not a problem, my lovely, I assumed. I'm just looking for some forest greens in this pot. I really should sort the darks out in this pot. It's just I haven't had a chance yet. And with the darker pearls in here, I do need time to sort them out. Just because they are such dark colours, it takes longer to sort them into sort of different shades. So I've got greens here that I've just pulled out. So let me just find two the same sort of shade. Now that one is beautiful, but I don't think I've got one to match that one. Just because he's sort of slightly brighter forest green. Bear with me just a second. Okay, right, let's have a look. I must have a nice match pair here. So, what do you think to these two? Sorry, I'm just going to pop these in this pot so they're all there. So what do you think to those two there? So I've taken away the other two, so these are all your pals, and then the greens at the bottom. Oh, sea green. Oh. No, it's fine. Absolutely fine, my lovely. Okay, is it the sea green that you'd like on the jewellery? And if so, just confirm, are you happy with those ones there? Those ones for the earrings, brilliant. And just to confirm, are you happy with the rest of your pearls as well? So on the jewellery is sea green. Perfect. Let's pop the other ones in here for you. Invoice for lobster fittings on the dark green. So is that one dark green or both dark greens? So invoice for lobster on one dark green or both dark greens. Both. Perfect. I've got that down for you. The invoice for that will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. I'm just going to pop these on here for you. Brilliant. I hope it goes beautifully with your dress. Can you have the funky blurple? And I can have the funky blurple. You hate purple. I can put the blurple in the donated bag if you'd like. Yep, not a problem. I'll pop the blurple in the donated pot. That's extremely kind of you to do so. So that's going to go in there. Georgina, thank you for the donations with your shells. That's safe up there for you. Great minds, exactly. And yeah, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. You're very, very welcome. Up next then today is Samantha Smith. Samantha, are you here? Yep, Helen, that's not a problem. I'll do one probably after this opening just so I can print this off and add to it as well. Sammy, hello my lovely. You have got one opening altogether. Would you like to have an egg pop or would you like to have a oyster? Just marking off that you're here, Sammy. Brilliant. Okay, so one opening altogether, egg pop or oyster? Please, can you have an egg pop? You can indeed. Looking for a bright orange for your Halloween necklace. Okay, so let's do your donated pearl first. Oh, I don't know what I did then. I sort of shook my hand without my other hand there. So you've got a chocolatey bronze pearl from the donated gifted pearl. Perfect. Then moving on to your egg pop. Good luck, my lovely. And you've got 4 pearls in there. You have got a black cherry, a dark Cadbury purple, a coral, and a apple green. Now these 4 colours down the front here are all Halloweeny zone sort of vibe colours there. But Sammy, it's completely up to you. If you're happy with all 5 of these pearls, they are yours. And of course, if you're not happy, we can swap them for you for colours of your choice. So again, chocolate bronze, black cherry, a Cadbury purple, coral, and an apple green. If I run them through the board for you. The chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Cadbury purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Can we change the green for a really bright orange? Let me see what I can do. Now I'm gonna do that one. or I'm going to give you an option of two. One's a coral and one's more of a watermelon. So it just depends on what sort of shade you're looking for. Do you prefer number 1, which is a brighter coral, or number 2, which is a brighter watermelon? So 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Or neither. If you're not happy with either, I can have a look for a different shade for you. Can you keep both and swap the lighter coral? Of course you can. So would you be happy with all 5 of those pearls, my lovely? Happy with all? Please donate the bronze on. Oh, bless you, and you're very welcome. So I'll pop the bronze in the gifted bag there. So that's extremely kind of you, Sammy. And I'll pop these 4 in here for you. So I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. That's safe on there, and then up there for you. Perfect. Up next then today is Tammy Sanders. Tammy, are you here? Sammy, you're very, very welcome. Tammy, hello, hello, hello. Let me mark you off as here. So Tammy, you have got a 25 pearl oyster. Let me grab the bag for you. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells, Tammy? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So 25 pearl oyster. Let's go down. So again, we're going to start with your gifted pearl here. You'd like to keep the shells. Perfect, my lovely. So gifted pearl is, oh, the chocolate bronze that just got popped in, just come out again. So this is your gifted pearl. Now I'm going to keep this one right on the edge of the sand, just so we've got all of the room over here for the 25 pearls, and then we can obviously add it in back again at the end. Okay, so are there other colours that you're hoping for at all? So you'd like to keep your shells, and good luck. Soft pop there. See lots of pearls again in here. Hoping for greens, Tammy. Okay. Oh, run away already. So there's your mother of pearl. You can definitely see there's none on that side. Now if I hold this up, is it? So lots of pearls in and around the flesh. So we're just going to start squidging. Oh, there we go. Look at all of those colours. And I don't believe there's any more in there. Okay, so let's just count these up. You've got 4 down the front here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 and 25. So I'm just going to clean the shells up for you, and then we're going to go through all of your colours here, Tammy. Now, hoping for green, so we'll go through, what I like to do is I go through all of the colours, and then if you're happy, that's perfect, and if not, at the end you can let me know if you'd like to do any swaps, or you can take a screenshot and email me swaps if you prefer to have some time to think about it. Now, I normally measure the largest and the smallest pearls. However, if you'd like me to go through all of them, I can do that for you. Just let me know, just so then I can sort of measure them as I go through each of the colours. Okay, so let's start going through for you. So like I said, the chocolate bronze is just on the edge there, so it's still yours, it's just I'm not going to show it for a moment. So I'm going to start by popping the darker pearls up to the top and then the lighter ones at the bottom for you. So your first pearl, Tammy. Oh, bless you, not a problem. Well, Tammy, what I'll say is obviously I'll go through everything, and then what you can do is watch this back, and then you can email me just to confirm if you're happy with everything, okay? So in here, your first one is a darker gunmetal grey. We've also got a second gunmetal grey here. And then we've got a silver. Another silver. And then a silvery purple. If we then move to your green, so you do have a dark forest green, another forest green, and then actually you've got a third forest green. So 2 darker gunmetal greys, 2 silvers, 1 purpley silver and 3 forest greens. Moving through to the silvery purple. A second silvery purple, which is actually slightly lighter. You've then got a 2-tonal lilac purple, so again lighter and darker areas there. And then a dark deep lavender purple, so this one is a darker sort of shade of the lilac. You then have got a burgundy red, another burgundy red, slightly brighter. I should probably pop this the other way around actually, because I missed this one, which is the darker one. Actually move those 2 around. So 3 burgundy reds, again ever so different, slightly different shades. You've then got a really deep dark watermelon, a slightly lighter watermelon, slightly 2-tonal as well, a darker autumn peach, slightly lighter autumn peach, another autumn peach, but this one is 2-tonal. You've actually got, that's 5 different autumn peaches. This one here is the lightest. So they are all slightly different shades, but that is 5 autumn peaches. You've got a lighter icy blue, slightly brighter icy blue, and then you've also got a TARDIS blue as well. Okay, so from the top, 2 darker gunmetal greys, 2 silvers, 1 dark silvery purple. Then you've got a 3, so going round this way, you've got 3 forest greens, dark silver purple, lighter silver purple, 2 tonal lilac purple and a lavender, 3 burgundy reds, bright watermelon, 2 tonal watermelon, 5 autumn peaches, light icy blue, slightly darker icy blue, and then a TARDIS blue. Now, Tammy, if I understood you correctly, I think you've gone to obviously get back to work now. So I'm just going to hold that there in case you'd like to take a screenshot if you're watching this back. So I'm just going to need an email from you just to confirm if you're happy with all of these colours here. If you're not happy, I can of course swap them for colours of your choice. Okay, and then you've got your chocolate bronze as well. The visually smallest might be this autumn peach. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, he is a 6, so he's the smallest there. The largest, we'll try the middle burgundy red. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. And the watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He is a 7.5. Does the TARDIS blue sit between... Pepsi blue sit between TARDIS and Midnight blue? No, Pepsi blue sits between the icy blue and the lighter TARDIS blue. So Tammy, I'll make a note just to email you just to double check that you're happy there, and if not, just email me with what ones you'd like to swap out, and then of course what colours you'd like to swap in with the 5-digit order number as well. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap up the shells here for you. And I'll pop this on here. So if I make, where's my post-it? So I make a note that I'm going to email you just to confirm that everything's okay, my lovely. Brilliant. Okay, so Tammy, I hope you'll be happy, and of course happy with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there for you. I do, Sammy. I really do love my job. Up next today is Rosemary Camper. Rosemary, are you here? Oh, Marianne, that's very, very helpful. Thank you. Rosemary, hello. Eek. Rosemary, my lovely, you have got, it says 1 egg pop. Are you still happy with an egg pop, my lovely? I only ask because you can swap it to an oyster if you would like to. Just confirm for me. Yes, brilliant. Okay, so diving in, purple egg pop. Let's go down, and we're going to start with your donated pearl. So there's 2 pearls left in here, guys. So you have got the 2-tonal blurple. Now, as I said before, this blurple does have some imperfections on him, so if you're not happy, we can swap him at the end. And then he's that gorgeous 2-tonal mottled tone to him as well. So that's the gifted pearl. If I just try to place them where you can see both sets of sort of shades of colour. Now, your egg pop, are there certain colours you're hoping for? Good luck, my lovely. You've got 3 pearls in there. You've got a lighter, larger autumn peach, a lighter, larger lemon yellow, and a darker gunmetal grey. You wanted him. Love the imperfectly perfect ones. Oh, bless you. Well, I'm glad you're happy with that one. So, two-tonal blurple, autumn peach, lemon yellow, and a darker gunmetal grey. Rosemary, what do you think to those? So we're happy with the blurple. Let me run them through the board for you. The gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And the blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. Can you swap the grey for the sunset one from earlier? Yep, that's this one here. So I'll just place it so you can see both areas. Okay, not a problem. So are you happy with those for there? Are you happy with those for there? Just going to bring you back up, but if not, we can obviously go back down again. Crossing your fingers, no one will pick him. And the other two, what other imperfectly pearls do you have? Wacky and wonky. A lot of my sort of two-tonally ones I did, unlike the funky ones, I actually added into the egg pops just because nobody ever sort of chooses them. And then you have in the egg pops the option to swap them out if you're not happy. But then that way it sort of shows them off a little bit. We've got this imperfect pink because he's got some sort of indents in him. I don't really have funky shapy shape ones, if that makes sense. I'm just looking. Oh yeah, there is the flat one from earlier, the one which has got that flat side to him. He was a dark purple. Oh, picked him up first time. So let me show you these two. So the pink has got a couple of imperfections on him. I shall call him Squishy, and he shall be my Squishy. Okay, so if you can see here, there's a couple of indentations. There is sort of more around the pearl. The more you move it, you can sort of see little imperfections as you go. And then this one is the dark purple, but where is it? Out there. You can see he's got this flat side to him there. The rest of him is perfectly round. It is just that area there. There we go. What do you think to those two? Yeah, those four there, because they've all got sort of something different about them. You're not going to have like two pearls the same, if that makes sense. Obviously with pearls, you're never going to have two pearls the same, but you can have pearls very, very similar. With the imperfections, you're not really going to get another pearl with that imperfection in the exact same place, same shape, anything. Rosemary, what do you think to those ones? Unique is the correct word there, Wendy. Yes. I'm just going to bring you up, my lovely, but if you're not happy, we can go back down again. The two on the left, I don't know. When you guys say left and right, I never know which ones you mean, just because you're seeing a mirror image and it hurts my brain trying to work out. So if you could let me know the colours, or I can give them numbers, you can let me know which number. Do I have any of the mottled ones? Yep, I've got a coral mottled one. And I know I've got a pink mottled one as well, because I saw it a moment. Oh, okay, so you're not happy with the two I've just added in. Okay, so let me show you these two then. So these two are both mottled. So this one is a coral, and then you can see the lighter mottled areas as you go around. I'll try to go a bit slower so you can sort of see. All the way around there you've got that sort of mottled overtone going round. And then you've got the pink, which again is the same. You've actually got a larger portion of the brighter pink there, but then we go into that gorgeous mottled, almost like white silvery area to him. Blues. No, I haven't really got any. I've got two tonal blues, but I don't really have any mottled blues. Oh, that's a funky shaped two tonal blue. There we go. So this one in himself, I'll show you the colour first. He is lighter icy blue with sort of brighter areas. Okay, now the shape is, he's got a larger, I don't know if you can see, if I just place it there, he's larger at the bottom, and then it almost goes up. It's not a cone, but sort of in that it sort of gets slightly smaller as you go to the top there, if you can see that. So he's quite a funky shape there. Do you like any of those three, my lovely? Can you have the pink and the blue? Of course you can. So those four, oh sorry, those four there are going to be your pals. Brilliant. So let's pop that in there, and then I'll pop these in here for you. Okie dokie. So Rosemary then, I hope you're happy with that. And of course we'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Perfect. Up next then today is Karen McCurdy. Karen, are you here? Oh, bless you, Rosemary. Karen, hello, hello, hello. Karen, you've got 2 openings altogether. Would you like to have an oyster, an egg, or an egg pop, or one of each? I think I said that wrong. So 2 openings, so 2 oysters, 2 egg pops, or one of each. One egg, 1 oyster. Donate the shells, Karen. Okie dokie. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So, sorry, hair in my face then. Let's go down. Now, you have actually got the last donated pearl. So that's the last one available. And this one is the mottled autumn peach here. Okay, so if we start with the egg pop then, good luck. You're hoping for light pinks and blues. And you've got 3 pearls in there. So you've got a apple green, which is slightly two-tonal. You've got a coral, and you've got a darker purple. So two-tonal autumn peach, apple green. It's looking kind of blue on the screen my end, but it's definitely green. Coral and purple. And then moving on to your oysters. You've got a light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Oh, you've got a darker pearl there. And there's no more in that one. So if I just have a close look to see what colour this one is as well. Here's a darker gunmetal grey here, Karen. Now, I'll need to know which 2 pearls you would like on your jewellery. If you're happy with these, then that's perfect. If you're not, then that's absolutely fine. We can swap them for colours of your choice. So, mottled autumn peach, a apple green, an autumn peach, and a dark purple. And then you've got a dark gunmetal grey as well. So if I run them through the board for you, my lovely, the purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Can we swap the first peach and the apple green for light pinks, of course? So just confirm when I hold this up if I've taken away the correct 2. I've just left them on the side there just to double check that. Okay, and just have a look at these pinks as well for me and let me know if you're happy with those ones there. So have I swapped out the correct 2 colours, and are you happy with those pinks for your jewellery? Yes, Brilliant, Karen. Okay, so let me bring you back up and then I can write this down. So we're going to have pinks in there. Oh, I forgot to say, are you happy with the other 3 colours there? Can you put pendants on a bracelet? It depends on the bracelet, it depends on the pendant. So the short answer is probably yes, but to some pendants and some bracelets, no. So it would have to be, you'd have to sort of let me know the name of each one for me to give you a definite, if that makes sense. Sorry, Karen, of course you can. So let's go back down. So we'd like to swap the other peach and the purple for a sea green and a TARDIS blue. So that will give you a sea green, a TARDIS blue and a gunmetal grey. Okay, so if I hold these up here, oh, I just dropped a green, sorry. Let me know if these are the correct shade for you. So are you happy with those 3 there? Again, Shebs, my lovely, I'd need names of the bracelet you were looking to put them on, or if it's your own bracelet, I'd need to sort of know what style it was. Karen, are you happy with those ones there? Oh, invoice you for jump rings on the sea green and the gunmetal, and then a hoop fitting on the blue. Of course I can. Let me just write that down for you. So I'm glad you're happy with the colours, like the shades of them. So just to confirm, we're going to have the pinks. Sorry, my hair keeps going in my face. Pinks on the earrings, and then you'd like to be invoiced for jump rings on the sea green and the gunmetal, and then you'd like to be invoiced for a hoop fitting on the blue. Perfect. Okay, so the invoice for that will get sent across for you tomorrow. It will go to the email address that's on the order form. Oh, bless you, Karen. Well, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for the donations with your shells, my lovely. And I hope that you'll be happy. Oh, what was that noise? That scared me. I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. Did anyone else hear that? That was like a weird ripping noise, but like of a fabric ripping. Like literally I've got goosebumps. I don't have a clue what that was. Nope, I'm not happy. That's freaked me out. Oh, no, 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 no. Dearie me. Right, sorry. Let me have a look here. I think that's actually the end of the order list for today. No, Cat, don't. Oh, it freaks me out. So thank you everybody for watching and for joining in. We're going to be live again on Tuesday evening. This week is Tuesday live, normal live, Wednesday, which is the monthly charm deal live, Friday normal live, and Sunday normal live. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday and Sunday this week. I hope you'll have a brilliant start to your week and Monday morning, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Take care. Bye.